Okay, the midpoint formula. The midpoint formula of a line segment joining x sub 1 and x sub 1, y sub 1, and the point x sub 2, y sub 2 is that the midpoint is equal to x sub 1 plus x sub 2 over 2, comma, so this is the x value, comma, y sub 1 plus y sub 2 divided by 2. So we're going to solve this problem right here, but first just some quick reason that this is true. Let's look at this for a second if you don't mind. Let's take something that you know. Let's take maybe just a horizontal line. And let's let our horizontal line go from 1 to 3. Not very impressive, I agree. And I'm asking you to tell me, well, what's the midpoint? How far, what number would I be at if I went halfway between 1 and 3? And I can hear you. You're saying, stupid, you'd be at 2. It's not a very nice thing to say to me, but I get you. And the answer is 2 here. And all I'm asking you is this. Think of why this is true. 4 plus 1, x sub 1, x sub 2, however you want to do it. 1 plus 3 is 4. 3 plus 1 is 4. However you want to do that. Divided by 2 is equal to 2, isn't it? So it does make some sense. What about this? What if I did? What if we went from 1 to 5? 1 to 5. What would be the middle of this? So maybe you can still see that. You think, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The middle would be 3, right? So maybe we can just actually visualize that that's true. What if we tried it the other way? What if we said, okay, let's try this part of the formula. And we do 5 plus 1, that's what this is saying. Add this value to this value. 5 plus 1 is 6, divided by 2 is 3. And you get the value that you were looking for. The exact same thing would be true if this was a vertical line, right? Say, okay, Charlie, we go from 1 to 5 here. And I want to know what is the point that's directly in the middle. So what's this value right here? If assuming that this is M, the midpoint. What is that? And hopefully you can see. You'll say, okay, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 3 would be the middle. What if we added them? 5 plus 1. That's what we're saying here. Add this value to this value. 5 plus 1 is 6. Divided by 2 is 3. And that's what you're expecting, isn't it? All that we're taking care of now is the fact that our line will do weird things, right? That this line here, that our line might take, wouldn't it be cool if I could make that work? Yeah. What if our line is like this instead, right? What if our line is not perfectly horizontal or not perfectly vertical, and we want to find the midpoint of this line? Well, now we have to put both of these things into practice. So let's try that. Okay, let's try to do this relatively quickly. We're looking for this now, so we're going to take x sub 1. If you just look at it, I just want to show you where I'm looking. I'm just taking it doesn't matter which order you do this. Take x sub 1, it's negative 7. So negative 7, right? And it says here that we should add, so plus. And we should add it to the second x value, and that value is negative 2, isn't it? So plus negative 2. Isn't that right? Over 2. All I'm doing is taking this and applying it directly. And a positive times a negative. I'm just doing this little bit of math in between here. This positive and negative. What do you do with a positive and negative? You multiply the signs and you'll get positive times a negative is a negative, isn't it? So take that as a negative. And negative 7 plus negative 2 is negative 9. Negative 9 over 2. So this point right here has an x value of negative 9 halves, doesn't it? Okay, so now I'm going to go do the other part of it. Say, okay, I'm going to look at the y value. So now I'm at the second part of this equation right here. And that y value is 1. So 1. The y value of the second one is 5. So 1 plus 5. They were both positive, so nothing changed, did they? Divided by 2 is 6 divided by 2 equals 3. And there we have it. I've said on a couple of other videos, sometimes I really want to make sure that, like, why do we care about this? You know, are you going to see this more and more? I guess 2 answers. The answer to why, are you going to see this more? Yes, this is one of those skills that does not go away. 2, I promise you that you will be given an opportunity to demonstrate the midpoint formula on the SAT. And it really is one of those questions, either you get it or you don't get it. It's either a really easy answer, thank you very much for those points, or I don't even know where to start with this. Let's make sure for you, it's one of those things, it's really easy that when you see it on the SAT, you say, hey, I know what this is. I've seen this 100 times. So